Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're going to be discussing the sequel to the horror movie Pooh Blood and Honey and how Tigger is making its grand entrance to the franchise. So let's jump into this horror movie news. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay up to date with all the movie news going on around here, guys. So guys, we're going to be taking a look at this article here from Tornado.com, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, director, on how they got Tigger in the sequel and upping the horror. Yeah, guys, when I talk about this movie, I'm still kind of in disbelief that this movie even got made. It's such a crazy, unique concept, and it's kind of really, really cool, and it completely piqued my interest. I mean, you know, taking Winnie the Pooh, this classic kind of IP, children's friendly, cartoon, and turning it into a horror slasher movie, I mean, that's proper unique, and it's just really, really cool. And the fact that this character is basically in the public domain, which means that anybody can access this character. You can use it for commercial purposes. It's kind of free reign with the Winnie the Pooh character, and it looks like Tigger is going the same way. But let's jump into the article, guys, and see if we can learn a little bit more about what's going on. So, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 director and co-writer Frake-Waterfield has explained why Tigger is part of the sequel after being absent from the first movie and teases plenty of gore for horror fans. Yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to this. It's kind of crazy. I heard that they were doing like a Bambi movie, like a in the style of this, like a horror Bambi movie. So if that ends up getting made, that's going to be crazy. There's a lot of these classic IPs which are coming into the public domain, so they can be used by anybody for any purpose. And I'm so here for it, guys. Take my money. So while Disney has owned the rights to Winnie the Pooh since 1966, the character entered the public domain at the start of 2022. And among the first project announced was a horror movie titled Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. A gross-out gore fest. It wasn't exactly catered to Disney fans, sorry. But a lot of the people had fun seeing the lovable characters from the 100 Acre Wood dispatched in such an unexpected manner. Now, after the first installment grossed $5.2 million on a $100,000 budget, the sequel is officially on the way. Guys, put that into perspective, right? $100,000 budget and it made $5.2 million. That's like 50 times the return on investment. That's absolutely insane, the amount of money that made from a $100,000 budget. And absolutely, they're right to make another one if they made that amount of money. So last month, we got a first look at the follow-up's ferocious take on Tigger. And the director and co-writer Frake-Waterfield recently told Variety how they were legally able to bring the character into the mix. So he went on to say, quote, "You couldn't use Tigger before because he wasn't in the public domain. Then, he explains, but Tigger is now in the public domain on January 1st, 2024, and the film is coming out 1 month later. We finished principal photography, and the film is currently in post-production stages," Waterfield added. "I'm tidying up the edit, and we've got various departments working on it in terms of music, sound, grade, and animation, VFX, and all of that stuff." Yeah, guys, so basically, Tigger is following the other characters where he comes into the public domain as of January 1st, 2024. That means he's completely free reign. People can use him as they want to. Disney no longer owns the character. So it looks like Tigger is going to be in the sequel, which is kind of cool, guys, because not being in the first movie, it kind of gives us something new, something fresh, a different character for the sequel, which is something, people can get excited about. Although it's kind of weird to get excited about a bloodthirsty Tigger, which is kind of weird. Guys, we're just going to pop over to this other article as well, which explains a little bit more about Tigger's involvement in the sequel movie. And reading the synopsis about the Tigger character is absolutely funny. But here we go, guys. So, guys, landing over here on IGN, the filmmakers pulled exclusively from A.A. Milne's classic 1922 children's book, which Tigger wasn't present in. Tigger is set to enter the public domain on January 2024, which we already read in the other article, just 1 month before Blood and Honey's number 2 scheduled release, sometime in February, so Tigger is fair game. And as producer Scott Jeffrey tells us, Tigger is incredibly violent. He loves to torture his victims before killing them. This is just crazy. Like, I just can't believe what I'm reading. Like as a kid, you're seeing like Tigger bounce around, he's like that playful kind of tiger character where he's bouncing around, and you hear his like classic laugh, and he's, and now for him just to be turned into this like sadistic serial killer, and reading this description, Tigger is incredibly violent. He loves to torture his victims before killing them. Just seeing that on screen as someone who grew up with Tigger, it's just like, what are we even doing? But let's hop back over to the other article, guys, and continue reading what it says. So guys, after revealing the sequel has a budget 10 times bigger than its predecessor, the filmmaker promised fans some crazy kills, and one sequence in the movie, which is absolutely wild. Pushed for details, he added, there's a group of girls in a motorhome, they're having a good time, and then Winnie the Pooh and the owl turn up, and then they don't have a good time. That's the best description of a scene I've ever heard. There's a group of girls in a motorhome, they're having a good time, then Winnie the Pooh and the owl turn up, and then they don't have a good time. Like, I'm just picturing the owl, like, what's he gonna do? Like, peck people to death or something? Like, that's just gonna be a hilarious scene. Like, I can't wait to see it. Like, I'm so excited to see that. Oh, bother. So, Waterfield also confirmed both Pooh and Tigger will have fur in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, and said that while it's presented certain challenges, it makes the characters feel more real, all the better to haunt our nightmares, eh? Absolutely, absolutely. Where are we? Well, we can't imagine this will ever be how A.A. Milne and Walt Disney hope to see Winnie the Pooh portrayed on screen. This begoing franchise, which was a critical flop but embraced by many horror fans, was a critical flop. How is it a critical flop when it cost $100,000 to make and they made over $5 million? I don't get how that's a flop. But embraced by many horror fans, has an audience, and seeing Tigger unleash will make them happy at least. Disney has largely ignored projects like this, and they still hold the rights to their versions of the characters. As of now, though, they don't appear to be any plans for them on screen. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is set to be released February 14th, 2024. Guys, you know February 14th, Valentine's Day. So if you have a significant other, make sure you get them this movie as a Valentine's present. Yeah, guys, you got to remember, Disney, while they had control of the characters, they still have control over their version of the characters. So someone couldn't take, the Disney version of Winnie the Pooh and the characters and use them on screen. But you can use Winnie the Pooh, the character, but you have to make it different enough from the Disney version, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, this is absolutely crazy. I love this. This is so great. Like, everything you want as a horror fan, just take a beloved children's IP, turn it into a horror slasher movie, and just have some brainless, dumb fun with it. Like, it's just great. It's such a great idea for a movie. Obviously, they did something similar with The Grinch as well. Yeah, it was called The Mean One. Guys, if you want to see a good, funny horror movie, Google The Mean One. It's a horror take on The Grinch. It's absolutely amazing. Similar vein to Pooh, Blood and Honey. But yeah, guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for the sequel? Did you see the first movie? Like, what did you think of it? And how do you think that Tigger will, enhance the sequel? Are you looking forward to seeing Tigger in there? I mean, these are kind of questions I never thought I'd ask. Are you looking forward to seeing Tigger in a horror movie? But yeah, guys, can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.